Welcome back, everyone. This is Vivian Stewart, and we are on step 4 of the series entitled Steps to Complete a Written Assignment. Now, this particular video will be a little bit longer than the others because we're covering a lot. Okay, I want to show you how to start locating the documentation to support a written assignment. Now, of course, your instructors will let you know the type of resources that you can use and those that you need to stay away from. So my premise is if your instructor says to you that you cannot use social media sites, I know you feel very comfortable using those, but in some cases you may be told you cannot use those. So I want to show you what the library can provide that can help you with your assignments. So of course we are starting at our library's homepage, and some of you may not be aware of how to get to our page. So I am now highlighting the address, which is www.southwest.tn.edu. And this takes you to the public website for the college. Across the top, there is a blue banner. The library is the third option, which will bring you to our page. So to save some time, no more with my introduction, let's just get straight into performing our searches. So as I scroll down on our home page, under the category of frequently visited links, I am selecting databases. Now, you may not have heard this term before, but on our databases page, we have over 200 titles that will provide you with scholarly and authoritative type information, the type of information that college students should be aware of and frequently using. Whenever you are working remotely, your Southwest username and password will be required for remote access. Now, on our page, we have an alphabetical listing of broad headings. So, depending on what type of information you're looking for, you select the appropriate category. My topic today will be the negative impact of social media on society. So, I am hoping that I'll find resources to support this. Now, this is just about gathering our resources. We're not going to try to evaluate them, we're not going to try to read them. We're just going about gathering things now. So on my page, the first place I would like to go is database collections. Now, when I expanded this, you see I have a category that says databases. So these are the paid subscriptions we are maintaining. Multimedia will provide me with either databases that provide you with multimedia type items, or these are YouTube videos we have created. The first place I am going is TEL. TEL represents the Tennessee Electronic Library. This is a very simple database to use. What you will notice is that there are titles that are selected at the very bottom. There are actually 41 of them. We are about to search across each of these titles to try to find information on my topic, and this is called performing a federated search. Now remember, my topic is the negative impact of social media on society. You do not want to type in all of those words because when performing a keyword search, it will search for everything that you type in. So you only pick out the key terms. So my key terms are social media and negative, just those three words. So that's what I want to key in there. Media. And you could put and negative, or you could just put negative. I kind of like the Boolean operators. But let me just copy this so I don't have to really type it in again. Okay, so I'm waiting to see what it actually finds. Okay, under showing results for, it has found over 16,000 magazine articles, general interest type magazine articles that somehow fall in the realm of my topic. There are 4 essential overviews that are very relevant to find information on this topic. Over 32,000 academic journals, which means these are more scholarly, they're more lengthy type articles where people have done the research on the topic. I have over 2,000 books that will provide me with information, over 216,000 newspaper articles. There are 3 images and 68 video clips that I can watch. Now, if I only needed maybe 10 resources, I am sure that I could get it from just this one source, but we're going to look at about 4 different places. Now, if you want to narrow your results down, you can narrow it down by publication date or a date range. You could add a subject on, like maybe I want to deal with the negative impact on children. Or you could just look at a certain document type. All of the results are filtered to full text documents. All are now sorted by relevance, but I could change the order of this if I wanted to. And it's most important that you keep in mind that every article may not be something that you can use. So when you get to the evaluation portion of this, this is where you will decide the ones that you want to use, the ones that you don't want to use. So right now, you're just using your best judgment skills by looking at the title and making a determination. So this is a listing of our results, and this is what you have. The title of the articles are listed in blue. From provides you with the source that it came from, and in some cases you may have the author's name. I'm provided with the date that it was published. I see the number of words in the article. It tells me this is an article because if it came from a magazine, it could be a book review, it could have been an interview, but this is actually an article. I have the reading level. It pulls a couple of sentences from the article. And found in tells me the database from the previous page that it came from. By simply selecting the title, I can now view the full text of this article. Now, all of our databases come with a set of tools to make it an easier experience for you. So the first tool that you have is Cite, which will cite this in MLA 9th, APA 7th, Chicago 17th, and Harvard. So you will not be accused of plagiarism. These are provided for you. You also have a tool that says Send To. So when you're collecting your information, you may want to send it out to your Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, or save it in an email. You have the ability to download this. So if you want to download all the information to a USB drive, that's fine. You may want to send it to the printer to have a hard copy. I don't think you'll need GitLink, but I will show you highlights and notes in a moment. I also want you to know that you could view other articles from this source by using this link. You have the ability to translate this into multiple languages. I have the ability to decrease or increase the font size. I could change the font style. We have the ability to listen to this. And then these are tools that are repeated. Send to Google Drive, send to Microsoft OneDrive. This represents email, download, and printer. So now, if by chance you wanted to just kind of skim through this a little bit, as you can see, this is already highlighted, but let me just show you how to highlight these. As you're reading, you just simply take your mouse and use it to highlight this section. When you release your mouse, these are your different color choices. And then you hit save. And up where it says highlights and notes, if you wanted to at the very end, just print out the highlighted portions only, you could do that. Now, I know you feel very comfortable using popular search engines. Keep in mind that every instructor may not allow you to use those. Our databases are very simple to use, and they have all of these great tools that you have access to. So this is the Tennessee Electronic Library. ProQuest Central is listed here also, and it is very similar. It has multiple titles that it will search across, but they are more scholarly type resources. My next search will be using electronic books because you may want to get like an historical perspective of a topic or find out just very basic information about it. So we're going to look at two types of books. First one will be Credo Reference, which is a collection of electronic books that we have. Now in Credo Reference, you can't just come in and do like a keyword search. You'll have better results if you perform a subject search. So let's just try to find information on social media. And that's what I'm keying in. My results list has 15,307 results that I can use. And do you see what we have over to the side? You know, in a previous video, we talked about brainstorming, how you have your topic in the middle and then other things to just kind of spring out from it. So this is a good diagram of that, like mind mapping. So as I kind of scroll down, looking at my results list, something may just pop out that makes just like social media ethics. Like maybe there may be something there that I could use for my particular topic. So this is my topic. From tells me the title of the book that is coming from. Pulls a couple of sentences from this source. If I wanted to create a favorites list to bookmark things, I could just click save and they all will be placed to the side for me. Tells me the number of words, and then you have these key concepts if I wanted to use this to kind of jump off on something else. By selecting the topic, it pulls this information from this source, so I have access to it here. And of course, there are tools that are provided across the top for you. So this is Credo Reference. Another type of collection we have is Net Library. This collection has over 290,000 books. Now, I don't think that we're going to have any books in this collection that deal with the negative impact of social media, but I'm sure that we have books that will deal with social media, so I'm just keying that in now. And it has 3,754. So just so that you can see how to do this. Okay, let's look at this one, number 6. Okay, so you have the title. I see the author's name. I see the publishing information. And we also have a picture of the cover of the book. By selecting the title, on the next page, I see the different tools I have access to. I have a description of the book. If I wanted to download the table of contents, I could. But under detailed record, I have 3 options. PDF full text, which I'm sure you're aware of. EPUB full text, which you may not have seen, so we're going to look at this one. Or you can create an account and you could download this book and have exclusive access to it. So I'm selecting EPUB full text. This is loading the book up for me. On the left-hand side, I have my table of contents. So if I wanted to go to a certain chapter, I could, because you may not need the entire book, just certain chapters or certain pages to use as a reference. You have tools across the top. I have my navigational arrows, and this is how I progress through the entire book. It is here for you. Now, I want you to keep in mind that when it comes to books, a book may be written 1 year, but it may not get published until the next year, and then it may be about information that is no longer relevant. So just kind of be careful when you're using books versus using magazine articles, which will be current information. I'm closing this up. My next category will be the category of multimedia, because sometimes you may want to find little video clips and various things like that. So I would suggest the Master Academic Collection and Academic Video Online Premiere. Now it is fine to perform like your keyword search here. There are over 40,000 titles, and I've just typed in social media and negative. So let's see what this provides us with. By that particular social media and negative, 894 results. Now these are segments. They may or may not just give us everything that we need. So just kind of scrolling down to see how things are looking. I see social media and anxiety. Let's try this one. By simply selecting the title, this is queuing this video up for me. Now I have an option. I could just look at this segment, or I could look at the entire video, which comes from Vogue, My Anxious Life. I could see the different tools I have access to, and Cite is one of them. I have a description. I have tags to lead me to other similar type things. It provides you with a list of videos you may want to look at. I see the details. Along with just looking at this segment, there may be another segment that I want to look at also. And if you wanted to, you could select the transcript. We could select hide segments and transcripts, and that will place it in theater mode for you. So, using video, sometimes it's kind of better because you're looking at another option that you may not have thought of before. Now, the last category that I want to look at is newspapers, because if you're really looking for very current information, a newspaper article is the best source because newspapers are published daily in most cases. So out of my list in here, I want to select U.S. News Stream. And we will perform the keyword search. As you can see, you can also do the advanced search here. And now, I didn't mention this earlier, but Search Assist will try to help you find what is closest to what you're actually looking for. So now I typed in social media and negative, and these are the different things it's asking me. Do I want to use one of these? I just want to use what I typed in, so I just press search now. And it's searching for those words now. 252,463 results, which are sorted by relevance. If I wanted to, I can limit this to full text, and the number came down, but not really a lot. But you can rest assured that social media negative is showing up in these articles. So as I'm scrolling down, you remember, use your best judgments. Let's just say that maybe I want to look at this one. I select the title because once you learn how the citations are set up, they're basically set up the same way in all of your resources. Okay. I have the ability to read this. I can listen to it being read to me. You could turn off the highlighting if you want to, and your tools are listed across the top. Now, in this particular database, I just want you to see when you select site, you have an entire listing of various styles to select from. So this is what we have on our databases page, the various type of resources that you have access to. Now, there are some students who do prefer that Google experience. So let's now quickly go back to the library's homepage, and I wanted you to see our discovery service, which is SOAR. SOAR stands for Southwest Online Academic Resources. And just performing the one search, what is happening is that it is pulling together the databases that are located here, print resources, multimedia items. And based upon social media and negative, it found 44,936. This number is so massive until I want to narrow it down some. So under refine your search, I'm selecting full text online, which removes any print items. Under this listing of content types, I'm simply selecting magazine article. When it comes to publication date, these are my options, and I can customize the date range if I wanted to. I'm selecting 3 years. And now I'm down to 212 results, which is more manageable. So look at the first one, negative usage of social media. That one looks pretty good to me. So your title, author's name, the source it came from, the date. More options tells the 2 databases where I could find this particular article. Preview gives me information about the source it came from. These are other tools you have access to. And by selecting the title, it goes out to that database. It retrieves it for me, and then I have the ability to read it here. So if you would rather have that social media type, experience, remember our discovery service. Okay, so this was just about how to locate your resources. Make sure that as you locate them, that you keep them someplace so that you can easily retrieve them when we get ready to start evaluating them. And that will be in step number 5, which is to come very soon. So we are going back to our starting point. I hope that this has been helpful and you were able to follow along with me. Keep in mind that in order for you to feel comfortable, I need you to start performing searches on your own so that you will just see just how simple they are to use. Please share this information with others. As I will tell you, time will never be on your side, so don't procrastinate. Start working on your assignment early. I hope you join me for the next step, which will be the evaluation portion of it. And I look forward to being back with you very soon. Take care and have a great day.